Well, hello, and hello, everybody. How are the POs doing today? I hope all is well with you and yours. I truly do. Guys, I'm a little peaked myself. I'm just a little baby peaked. That's because I'm not too long getting up out my sleep. Well, for the second time this morning. Well, it's afternoon now, but anywho. It's my second time getting up. I got up really, really early. You know, guys, when you're working and everything, and you're used to getting up at a certain time in the morning, every work day morning. It's like you got this built-in alarm clock, and I mean, you're just gonna get up even on your day off, unless you force yourself to lay that tail down, stay it down until you feel well rested to get up. But there's some days, like the other day, and there's some days that I do this, guys. I'll get up maybe to go to the bathroom, 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock. And for me, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it's kind of hard sometimes for me to go back to sleep. So that happens. And I don't like when it happens a lot because, well, let me take that back because they say that when you wake up those times of the wee hours of the morning, those are the times that the for you to spend time with Almighty. But I be so sleepy, guys. I do. I be so sleepy. I'm guilty. Because all I want to do is go back to sleep. And, because I work and, you know, the work that I do, guys, on my job is not difficult, okay? Let me put that out there. But the hardest thing is for me well, one of the hardest thing is for me is when I have to get up when that alarm clock go off, sometimes 6 a.m., and then sometimes, like I said, I just get up 2:30 in the morning because I got to go to the bathroom. 3 o'clock in the morning, I got to go to the bathroom. And sometimes it's hard for me to wind back down and go back right back to sleep. Sometimes. And then sometimes I'm up. Let me, say hello to Almighty. Sometimes I don't remember to do it all the time, but when I do remember, and I'm always thanking Him for opening up my eyes. I know that much. I do know that I do that. But I'm a little peaked because it's a weekend and I popped up early as if I was popping up to go to work and couldn't go back to sleep. Didn't have anything to drink, so I had to go and run and get something to drink real quick. Did that and came back, and that sleep just hit me. Bam! I was out like a light. I was out like a light. I just needed something cold to drink. I got it because it was kind of warm in this room, with my space heater. This space heater ain't, it's the truth. I'm going to try to go and find me about 2, 3 more of them. I got them from Home Depot. I'm going to try to go and get me a couple more of them because they the truth. And because I spend a lot of my day in this room when I'm not out making something to eat or, running to the bathroom and stuff. For the most part, I'm right here in this room. So there's no need of having everything heated up and I'm right here in this room. Everything don't need to be heated up and I'm right here in this one room. I heat this up where I'm at the most. Anyway, let me not digress. So yeah, I'm a little peaked. Cause I don't know, got up this morning. It's a weekend and I still got up early. I don't know if that heat was pumping and jumping that hard, but something jumped me up out my sleep. I had to get up and, like I said, I had to get me something cold to drink. And I didn't know I was going to go back to sleep, guys. Not really, but I was out like a light after I got me something to drink up in me, something cold to drink, honey. Went to the bathroom and came back And I was gone to the races again, guys. I was off to the races one more and again. I was like, knocked out. You hear me? So I'm just kidding. But it felt good. It felt good. Because at least I did get a couple more hours of sleep. You know, and the body gonna need that rest, y'all. Y'all, we need it. Especially as you get older, we need it. Those who are my age or older or close to my age, y'all understand. I ain't got to be trying to break all this down. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. The body need to rest. You know, and you better give it to it, because I try to tell my kids all, listen, if you don't give it to it voluntarily, it's going to take it involuntarily, because the body needs to rest. Anyway, enough about that, guys. I ain't come here to tell y'all about how sleepy I am and all of that other good stuff. But I just wanted y'all to understand, if I look at little Peekit around in these parts, that's why. Because I've been playing, I don't know, up and down, all around with the sleep. So, enough of that tale. Enough of that tale. But anyhow, guys, I was watching, something had popped up in my feed, guys. Popped up in my feed, my YouTube feed. And I was familiar with the name because, you know, I know she is a cousin too. And she actually, I hope her name is Stacy Harris. She is the cousin of another content creator here on YouTube. Now, Stacy is a fairly new content creator. My TV just conked out, and I hate it when they do that. But when it's we don't give it no attention, that's what it do. It's like a spoiled little child. Just conks right up on you, conks out, shows up. Oh, gosh. Let me see if I can bring it. Because I had it where I wanted it at. Now I'm going to have to go back through the... Okay, it's still there. Okay, cool. Maybe I better put it through... Yeah, hopefully it'll stay there. So, yeah, so Stacy is fairly new. She got a couple of hundred subscribers, and she did her channel. And some of y'all probably already know who I'm referring to. If you don't, maybe you want to check her out. Go on over there and subscribe if you feel led to. You know, Stacey Harris is her name, and she's the cousin of another content creator who has a lot more followers than what myself or Stacy has. But where do I start? Now I'll start here. I did a video on not Stacy but her cousin. We'll just say CG. We'll just say CG. And I did a video because CG does a lot of commentary on Eat with Q. And I did a video because I'm like, I wanted to ask CG a question. And that's all I wanted to do, is ask her a question. I don't think I ever got an answer or reply. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. Because I was wondering if CG had a daughter around the same age as Eat with Q, and I wanted to know, what did Eat with Q do to CG to make CG come after her with such venom? I'm like, it was a lot, and I did a video. I'm like, can you just tell me what she did to you? And then another question I had was, don't you have a child around Eat with Q's, somewhere around Eat with Q's age? So I posed those two questions to CG. So anyway, y'all can go back and check out that video. It's there. It's on my channel. I can't think of the title, but if y'all scroll through, I'm sure some kind of something. The title will let you know. You know what video it is. But anyway, CG cousin, I don't know, something popped off between those cousins. It's like this family, back and forth family. It's a family affair. It's a family disagreement. It's a family fight. Whatever type of adjective I guess you want to put to it, it's just it's not cute. So she Stacey Harris, her video popped up in my feed. Well, she did a live. I caught the live this morning. And, well, I should say this afternoon, because I was somewhere in La La Land this morning. For some of the morning. But anyway, so it's just this family feud thing going back and forth. Um, CG is, you know, well, I heard Stacy, saying that the only reason that she created her channel was because CG was saying a whole bunch of lies about Stacy's part of the family, and Stacy said the only reason she did her channel was so that she can tell her cousin to just leave her mother alone, because apparently, I don't know, CG was doing some videos, and she must have been incorporating Stacy's mom into the videos. Now, I don't watch a lot of CG's videos these days. I catch them from time to time, but I'm busy, guys, trying to work and trying to tend to my own channel, and so I'm not, over there too often. If it pops up and if it's something I want to click on, I will, If not, I'll just let it go on by. But, yeah, it's a lot of back and forth and everything. And from what I understand, Stacey Harris is just saying to her cousin, please just leave my mother out of your mouth. Leave this side of the family, since apparently CG don't care for some of the folks, according to Stacy. CG doesn't care for a lot of the people that's over there in that other neck of the woods. And it's weird, guys, to me, because for them living in Raleigh, my family hails from down south. I think a lot of our families do, right, y'all? But we're really close. My family's really close to Raleigh. Now, my family, they probably all spread out now. They probably in Wilson. But when I was growing up, and my mom used to take us down there on vacations to North Carolina, every summer seemed like when school was out, we was going somewhere. We didn't go there every year to North Carolina, but we spent a great deal of time in North Carolina. Actually, that's where I actually learned how to ride a two-wheel bike, guys, in North Carolina. Because the streets wasn't paved. They wasn't like the streets are in the cities, the big cities and things. That was years ago. The streets was just like dirt roads, So, but this car was approaching me, and I was just on the bicycle, and I'm digressing a little bit more. I was on a bicycle, and I noticed that a car was approaching, and I'm like, no, I got to get on this car way, and I got to get out of this way fast. I put my feet to that pedal, honey, and I start pedaling, and that's when I learned to ride a two-wheel bike in North Carolina. But I said all that only to say I recall that being a place of peace. And I guess a lot of places were back in the day. You can classify it as that, because I know the world has changed, and it's changed tremendously. It's a lot of just nonsense going on in the world today. I get that, guys. I get it. But Lord have mercy. I mean, when I think about North Carolina, even to this day, I think it brings peaceful memories back to me. It brings a time and space in my life where it was peace and calm. So to hear that they are living, because they're not too far from where my family, a lot of my family lives in North Carolina. Some of my family's still in North Carolina. Some of them are in Wilson. Some of them are in I don't know, probably Raleigh. I can't think of the other county name. And but for the most part, they were in Washington. Now, a lot of people, because I tell people where my family hails from, well, not hail, but where they kind of what I know of, you know, as far as locations of families and stuff. What I knew of was they were from Washington, North Carolina. And I tell people Washington, North Carolina, and they be like looking at me like with this puzzled look. I'm like, you've never heard of it? They be like, no. I say, you've heard of Raleigh? They say, yeah. I say, well, it's not too far from Raleigh. And then they be like, oh, okay. But they had this little perplexed look on their face like, what did I miss out on? I never heard, but it's okay. It's all right. A lot of people have never heard of Washington, North Carolina, but there's a Washington, North Carolina because that's where my family was at. That's where we did a lot of vacationing at. As when I was a young girl. So I remember that place as peaceful. And so to hear a lot of, and listen guys, I'm not delusional. I know that the world has changed all over the place. But you know, I mean, that just messes up mine. When I hear all this chaos and stuff coming from a place where I connect peace, tranquility to as a young kid, yeah, it kind of gets under my skin a little bit. I'm like, because I don't know, you know, I just always thought that. Now I knew it was changing, but I always thought it was still going to be a little piece of heaven for me, you know, because like I said, we used to go on vacation down there, and it was just, you know, a good time, you know. But to hear that it's a lot of stuff that's coming out of Raleigh or North Carolina, like all of this family against family, it does something, you know. It just gets under my skin a little bit, guys. I'm trying to not open up any veins, but yeah, because it was a place of peace. Like I said, it was a place, and that's what I remember it as. Now to see all of this mess coming out of there, North Carolina, I'm like, well, what the heck? Because that's how now our families behave. Not just my family, anybody in the neighborhood, everybody was loving, kind people. I'm telling you, when I recall those times, guys, it wasn't what's going on today. And again, I'm not that naive to not understand that the world has changed. I get it. I get it. But I don't know. It just messed up my little memory, but not really. It didn't really. If you guys can probably understand what I'm saying, it didn't really mess it up because my memories are my memories, and those will always be good times. You know that I shared with family and friends down there. But it was just a thought. Wow, because I probably never thought that North Carolina was going to be like, you know, as far as togetherness and familyness, I never thought that it would be uh, broken. And apparently it has. It's changed. But, you know, I'm sure there's still quite a lot of families who still loving on each other and things like that. But I know Stacy said that it's only, you know, CG that's kind of, I don't know, trying to mix things up. I don't know. I don't know these folks. I'm only going off of what I heard Stacey Harris, you know, shared with her viewers. But so she said the rest of their family get along, and see, that's what I'm talking about. Those families down there, they got along. They got along. It was a neighbor helping neighbor, family helping family, friends helping friends. I mean, everybody just was just, I don't know, in a, you know, they was in a struggle, you know, because I remember some people didn't have lights. Some people had candles. They had the little thing with the glass. You had to light the what do you call that? Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all do. Okay, the glass that you lit the flint, you lit that up, and that stay lit, and you take the glass thing and you put it on over top of that, and it illuminates your room. It illuminates your room. It gives you light. So I mean, they had all kinds of struggles and things like that down there, but they got along and they helped each other out. But I guess that place is no different than any other place. You got your good and you got your bad, you got your ugly and you got your cute. So hey, anywho, guys, the TV done went out again. Cause see, I'm talking too much. I am talking too much. I'm supposed to be doing a review, guys. A review on Stacey Harris. Not a big one, but just a little bit, because a lot of things I heard her say, it resonated with me. So I'm like, I get what she's saying, because she was saying that her cousin CG was because now apparently CG is in bed with some other content creators who at once upon a time CG said that those content creators was, they was, questionable kind of people. People that, according to Stacey, CG, and according to CG herself, because she supposed to have made a video or a couple of videos. I don't know if the videos are still posted. Now that she's kind of tight with these people, who at one time she was kind of like looking at with the side eye, but now I guess since they are working together, for lack of better wording, now CG is copacetic with him. And that's the thing that Stacey was saying. She said, well, how are you going to be friends with the ops? She said, once upon a time, this is Stacey talking. I wanted to play the audio for y'all, but my TV just do what it want to do. Stacey was like, well, you said that people were scum of the earth. You said those ops were the scum of the earth. Now you in bed with them? I'm paraphrasing, guys. She's like, you're in bed with them? You're doing things with them? You're hanging out? She said, that's not the norm. She says, well, you don't, on the streets, you don't hang out with your ops. I concur. I agree. You don't. You just don't, somebody ain't for you. They don't want nothing to do with you. You just stay away from them. At least that's my practice. I'm not trying to force myself on nobody, And this is what Stacey was saying, She was like, well, who does this? Why are you hanging out with people who you once upon a time called scum of the earth? Why are you dealing with these people? But according to, Stacey, CG has her little motivations for doing it. And I guess, like everybody else, we all have motivations. Some are pure, some are not so pure. But according to Stacey, her cousin knows what she's doing. She's using her ops to get her channel to grow. And it probably won't be a whole lot longer before she drops them like a hot potato, because according to Stacey, her cousin CG in real life probably wouldn't even give them, those folks that she's associating herself with now, in real life wouldn't give them the time of day, because she done already put it out there that they scum of the earth, And she's like, Stacey was like, well, who does this? And I want to know my darn self, who does that? Questionable people does that. Questionable people does that. And Stacey had made a point and said that, people just loving money too bad. And I thought about that, and I'm like, but it says in the word, the love of money. Because people have to have money because the way the system is set up, you got to pay bills and things like that. It's that when you start doing questionable things to get that money. So the word is, if we're going to rightly divide it, is for the love of money is the root to all evil. Because if you love money, hey, you will probably do anything, or I'll just say, I'll give you a little bit benefit of the doubt and say you might be willing to do almost anything to get it, including sleeping with the enemy, because you love it. You got to have it. You know. And I pray to God Almighty that I never get to that stage in my life. No matter where I am financially in life, I never will get to the stage in my life where I'm going to be loving money because I don't love money. I need, like we all need to get our bills paid, okay? Because of this messed up system we in, okay? Got to get the money to get back to these daggone people, so we don't even get the. We so in love with this money, but we can't even get the. We don't cuddle with this money. This money don't love us, and we all in love with it and all that kind. No, I pray that I never get to that point, because I'm never gonna be in love with money to that degree. I get the money comes in, the money goes out. So who in the heck has time, not I, said the duck, to be in love with money? Not me. There are people who are. I mean, the more the better. The more money, the better. Because for them it's a status symbol. They want people to think, oh, look at me, I've arrived. Look at me. I'm rich. I'm well off. I drive this and I live in that. Y'all, listen. I'm sure I told y'all. And then they don't even put Almighty in the mix. I'm sure I told y'all this story on a couple of my other videos where this man, and it's in the Bible, I can't remember where, and I believe it was in the Old Testament. I could be wrong, but I know I read it. I just have a problem remembering where a lot of stuff at. But I have read the Bible from cover to cover. But just remembering where everything is at is, sometimes my problem. But I remember this guy, he was in the Bible and he had acquired all this wealth and everything, he's so in love with wealth and all, And if y'all remember, if after hearing me say this, if y'all can remember, some of y'all can just drop it down in the chat and let me know where I read this story, because it's been a while and I can't remember where I read it, but I know I read it. This man had acquired all of this wealth, and I mean, he was very pleased with himself, so pleased that he would go out into his little, wherever he had his little wheat and barley and gold and all of his stuff stashed at, and whatever building he had that stuff in. He would go out there, I guess, periodically and just kind of look at his stuff, and he would, oh, look, I'm the big man on campus, look at me, So, he one time went out there, and he just adorned himself around. He just was so proud, not once honoring Almighty in what he had acquired, not once thanking Almighty for the blessings that he received in his life. And Almighty says to him, you fool, tonight, because he didn't give Almighty any of the credit. And so he got a message. Almighty said, you fool, tonight your soul is acquired of thee. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, now, what you got now, buddy? Because you're not going to be able to take none of this with you. When this flesh fall off them and that spirit man leave, you ain't going to be able to say, wait a minute, let me grab something and put it in what? Because you just spirit. You ain't got no pockets nowhere. You ain't got no bag nowhere. You ain't got nothing to put nothing nowhere. It's just you on your way to see your maker. Explain to him what the heck is going on. Why are you counting him out, leaving him out the equation after he done help? Okay, I digress. I tell y'all know I can just go from one thing to another. I try to stay on track, y'all, but sometimes one thought lead to another thought. Before you know it, I'm off the subject. I'm on another subject. It just be a whole mess with me sometimes. But that's what the love of money can do to folks. It's for the love of money. The love of it. I don't think Almighty, because he know the system that these people done shocked us with. You know, you got to pay money for water. Water that what God given, all of it's God given, but we got to pay for it now. We got to pay for the fruit that falls off the tree. Come on. But that's just the way the system is. So we have to have money to do things to continue, you know, on in this messed up system that we find ourselves in. But it's the love of money. When you are so in love and you want to be looked upon like you are a big man, big girl, big whatever, you driving that whip and you driving it well, you walking down the street in front of your house looking like a sack of millions. You want somebody to look like or look at you like this is what's going on in your life. Don't need all that. Because, see, I wouldn't want to be advertising no stuff like that no way, because you don't know what's on people's mind. People out here hurt. Somebody walk up and knock you in the head, and all that stuff is gone in the blink of the eye. And they done run around here and just jumped in your whip and took that on down the road around and just spent the block and spent a whole bunch, a couple of blocks, and you'll never see it again. So while I want to be showing off all this stuff, I never understand that rationale either. But anyway, getting back to this review of that video that Stacy, I understood it. I understood it because what Stacy was saying, because I don't understand why would anybody want to be in bed with Satan knowing that Satan don't mean you no good. Why? I'm not calling anybody Satan, but people can do Satan devilish things. You know, why, when you know people out here moving like that and stuff like, why would you want to be in the bed? Especially when you know what type of people they are, because you yourself said that they were scum of the earth. CG. Why? Other than the fact that what Stacy said is true. It's just that she's trying to get the channel to grow. And I guess by any means necessary. If that means jumping in a den of snakes, do snakes be in a den, or do they be wherever the snakes be at? In a barrel, in a crate, or wherever they flowing at. I don't know where they be slithering off to. I try to stay away from them things. I be trying to stay away from them things. But anyway, this is how some folks roll. They just want to be looked upon as this success, not understanding that Almighty is the real success. He is the key to the real success. And we're not getting that, because we are still looking with these earthly eyes. We're not looking through spiritual eyes. We're still seeing a bunch of earthly stuff and being enticed by Satan with the trinkets that he's kind of like dangling in front of you, you know. But I really understood her message, Stacy's message, and I agree. I agree. I'm still waiting on my answer, CG. I'm still waiting on my answer as far as cute. But I haven't been seeing a lot of her videos, like I said before, but I don't know if she's doing anything still on Q. I think she may have slacked up. I'm not for certain. Like I said, I don't watch. But I'm just trying to figure out, guys, what all of this mess means. I mean, I know what it means, guys. I know. I wonder if any of you know. Because I know we're in the last days. And the word talks about all of this mess and shenanigan going on, you know? So, but anyway, it's still sad to see that family have to get up here and air out their dirty laundry right here before the world to view, you know? And it's just sad to see. So maybe one day, and I know people go through stuff, you know? We all go through things with our family, different times and different ways, and but to put it up here for the whole world to just pick apart, I, I, I don't agree with that one. But hey, people do people, you know. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, I just wanted to tap into that a little bit. I didn't want to do. I wanted to play some of the audio, but the TV wasn't going to act right for me. So, but if y'all get a chance, y'all go on over there if you so led. Channel name is Stacey Harris, and like I said, she's the cousin of another YouTube content creator. Initials are CG. Y'all probably, a lot of people probably already know what I'm talking about. So y'all can go and subscribe to both channels if you so choose. You know, if you felt led to do so. But I'm just hoping for peace in that family, and I'm hoping that they can kind of calm down the rhetoric, because we don't need to be putting all of that out here for the world to see. Not really. I know a certain group of people who's loving this, but I'm not one. I'm not one, because I don't like to see all of this disturbances in family. I know we don't always get along, but we can try to be adults about things. And, you know, if you can't get along, stay away until you can get along. And then, you know, maybe come back and try to have adult conversations. But anyway, guys, I didn't mean to go on this long. Y'all know I can hee and a haw and a haw and a hee, honey. Hee haw. Until the cows come home. But I'm going to go ahead on and get on up off of here. I thank you guys if you hung in with me this long. Thank you so very much, one and all. Thank you to the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I do. Thank you for my day oneers. You know, y'all. Thank you. I thank you for coming back, watching, hanging in there with me. And I want everybody within the sound of my voice to please be careful, guys. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love someone else, okay? Nothing wrong with it, guys. Love yourself, okay? And tell yourself you do. Tell someone else you do, okay? See, that's what this world is just kind of like, it's severely lacking. And we need to find our way back. We need to find our way back, guys. I know what it's going to take. You know what it's going to take. But we need to find our way back and figure it out. And for God's sake, don't put all your business out here on no YouTube streets. That's not where it belongs. Anywho, and people going to do what they're going to do. I can't tell nobody what to do. I'm not saying, that's just what I'm not going to do. Y'all do what you do, because I don't want nobody, well, who she thinks she is. Y'all do what you do, but I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't do it, because it's just going to make people who don't care for you try to just do ugly things with it, you know. But like I say, people do what they do. You do what you do. But just love yourself, guys. Love yourself. Love someone else. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell someone else you love them, okay? I love you guys. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? Again, thank you all for all your support. I appreciate all of what you do, even when you just click on the like. Even if you just watch it, it doesn't even matter. send comments, to say hello. All that's, all that's music to my ears, okay? Music to my ears. So I thank you one and all, okay? Guys, listen, I'm out of here. Until the next time I see you or you see me, please take care of yourself, guys, okay? So again, let me repeat that because I don't think I completed that poem. I call myself it's being a poem. It ain't no poem. Y'all know I just throw some stuff together. Until the next time I see you or you see me or however this best supposed to be, I'm out of here. Almighty peace and blessings, everybody. Y'all take care of yourself, okay? Love you and I mean it. Thanks for watching.